Hello and welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. Today our task is this car in front of us, the Salem Kieran, is it? Salem Kieran. What's this name backwards? Narike Males. Anyway, good. Yeah, so we're planning to keep this one. Because we don't already have one of the... I keep thinking it's the Katagiri Katsumoto. We've already got one of those. But we don't already have a Salem Kieran. So there we go. It's going to be added to the pack, even though it's a bunch of crap to look at. I want to fill up all the garage, and I'm thinking I'm running out of interesting cars to do it with. So there we go. So this is a complete strip down and rebuild. So let's sell our excess crap. And then get on with it. Here I am, getting on with it. Taking off your chocolate and putting it in the box. Gonna make it better looking and stick it back on your vehicle. Yes. So as far as I remember, I think this is possibly the same engine, possibly even pretty much the same car. I already did one of these, didn't I? That's why I'm remembering it. I did one of these recently. Which I could have kept, I suppose. I bought two in the same, or very similar, or very close together auction purchases. So yes, I've done a lot of this rebuild and strip and rebuild recently as well, so it starts to meld in your head. Which is why I used to be much more... well, I suppose money would help stop you doing it all the time. But I would do a couple of custom jobs in between just to mix it up. So you end up doing everything, then you just do little bits and pieces. Alright, there we go. Let's take off the exhaust manifold. And all this gubbins. That's lovely. Oop, there we go. And so we've got the ignition crap to remove as well. Mr. Sparky Boop. Right, and then we can take off the head. Giving us access to the pistonians, which for some reason we have to remove the oil pan before we can take them out. So that's some sort of car mechanic stuff that I'm not really aware of why, but that's just the way it is in this game. Alright, there we go. Take off your little clips. Alright, good. Let's press all the wrong buttons. Let's wiggle our way away from the car. Moonwalking away. Oh yeah, doing a little moonwalk. Right, and now we can take off all this running gear crap. Yes, that's its technical term. Start doing that thing again where to remove the brake caliper I put my cursor right in the little bit, the gap where the the pad shows through. Of course you can't move the pad before you remove the thing I was just saying, the caliper, so it goes burp at you, which is very frustrating. Very frustrating. Right, there we go. Knuckle! Well, I've got to finger the bush. It's a constant thorn in any mechanic's side. Bush fingering. So, can we get this? Gorlummy striker light. There we go. Drive shaft. It's a bit fiddly to get to sometimes. There we go. Good. And then we can remove this exhaust shit as well. Exhaust shit. Right. And then we can just take off the other side of the front running gear. Do some bush fingering first. Hello? Why can't I remove this? What? Oh, maybe you have to take the wheel off first. I don't know. Maybe that's it. Not sure I've had that issue before, but I might have just forgotten, to be fair. Doesn't particularly matter in the grand scheme of things. Right. There we go. And then your knuckle. Oh, knuckle. No. Oh, still connected. Alright, that's all that. Now let's get the oil friend. Oh, still here, look, from last time. Right, oil friend. Oh, that might be a bit too close. Oh well, be interesting to get an oil spill for once. No, no obvious sign of an oil spill there, so let's dump that back over here. Oh, I left that knuckle on, look, chocolatey knuckle. Just looking at the nice yellow and black reflections there. I'm not sure if I'd mentioned them yet. Did I mention them right at the start of the episode to get it out of the way? Well, there you go, like I mentioned it again. All the fun of the fair. So everyone who's doing a drinking game, remember to take a drink. Alright, I get the pistons out. Oh, let's take the gearbox out as well. I always fit the bloody gearbox. Oh, which I have to do whilst up in the air, of course. Memory. What was I singing about just now? Right, so... oh yeah, the gearbox, which I... one of them days. Right. Gearbox. And the crankshaft. Right, good. Then we're just left with the engine block. There we go. Apart from the rear suspension, which apparently I've not touched yet. God, I really don't know what I'm doing. This is fantastic work. Right. At least it's a fairly simplistic rear suspension. There's not too many elements. More modern ones have lots and lots of extra arms and brackets and what have yous. But although this has quite a few parts, none of them are very interconnected, so you don't have to sort of worry about which order you put them back in, or, you know, anything like that. Which is nice. It's nice to be different. Obviously I want them all like this, but, you know, it's nice to do one like this every now and again. Oops. There we go. Taking a wheel off from behind. Oh, brakes are a bit more tricky. Okay, that's all of that. Let's take out the fuel pump. And that's now everything. Go on, off you go. There we go. Right, cool. One flame-o cleared. Let's fix up what we can fix. Let's break some of it, obviously. It's important work. Right, that's all that. So now we sell the junk, and then it's already ordered correctly, and we sell all the crap that isn't 100%. And then we go back to work. Do 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 loo loo do 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 loo loo. Stick it up your bottom. Do 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 do. Front suspension cross member short. Front suspension cross member cross Press number short. There we go. That's one of him. Front steering knuckle. Wheel hub. Steering rack. A rack for steering. Sway bar front. Front sway bar. Okay, and some rubber bush. Hi ho, rubber bush. 4, 5, 6, I think that was. Too busy singing to count. Hi ho, silver bush. Everywhere you go now, baby. I know the sun is shining. Right. No. Okay, so now we've got a lower suspension arm, not the bottom suspension arm of yore. And then we've got something else that goes here. Oh, it's a spring first. Spring first, and then summer. So, 2 front springs. And then 2 front shock absorbers. And then 2 front shock absorber caps. Yes, indeed. It's almost as if I know. Deep down in my soul. Front bar sway link, front end link A, link front sway bar, link. Alright, okay, so over here we've got a little bit of bush to be fingered. Do. Front steering knuckle A, and then we've got a front wheel hub, got one of those, joy, and a wheel hub cap, not a false one. Lower suspension arm, come on, little recalcitrant nut. And we've got some of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, just like that. Spring, front. Good, right, that's all. Oh, that's all that. Okay, so just brakes now, I think, maybe to be done at the front for the suspension. Front exhaust section, I4 SOPs. Alright. And then it's a cat and a middle muff. And then a rear muff with the V8 oves. Alright. One of them. I can't seem to get any further away from it, which is a bit... it's in my face a bit. There we go. Solid axle control arm. Give it a little bit of bush. Spring plate and some U-bolts. Oh, we've got at least 3 U-bolts. 3 is what we've got. So, spring cap, and then we need rear spring and springy spring. Rear spring, another one of those, and another one of those. Also, rear shock absorber B. I have to press the right button, otherwise you can't get into the shop. Rear shock absorber B. Alright, there we go. And then spring and little cap. Solid axle control arm. And it's a little bit of bush. And then it has a leaf plate and needs an extra U-bolt. U-bolt. Leaf spring U-bolt. Nice and obvious, at least in the pictures. And rear end of these. And a cap. And a spring. And a spring cap. Oh! Oh, I thought I bought 2 of those. Well, how'd you like that? Rear and axle knuckle housing C. No. Oh, you get down here, I'm using the scroll wheel to go up and down, right? If your mouse happens to be off any of these items, the scroll wheel doesn't work. I'm scrolling up and down now, nothing happens. And as soon as you go onto one of these things, it's like, whoop, yep, we're away. Irritating. Knuckle housing C, solid rear drive axle. And brakes, we're not doing the brakes yet. How about a fuel tank and possibly a pump? Pump. That's a good word, isn't it? Pump. Fuel tank. And a fuel pump. Let's buy a fuel pump as well. Okay, apart from brakes, that's the rear end pretty much done. So let's go back down the front. Actually, we need to drop it to put the engine block in. Whoops. Still, coming along quite well. So we need an engine block. Oh, I couldn't put it in before because it was up in the air. Of course. Glad I didn't just buy one. Not that I've done it without checking what I needed anyway. Good. Alright. So, air filter base. Go on then, let's do that. Let's click out of it, because that's what I wanted to do. Yeah, okay, air filter, battery. And 3 of the 4 clips. Oh, only one of the 3 clips. 3 clip A's. That's unusual. $9 each. Christ, what are they made out of? Fucking fairies. Right. Battery, yeah, got one of them, awesome. So what do I need here? An alternator, almost bought one of them. Alternator. Alright, right, so we need the crankshaft in. So yo-yo the engine. Up and down, up and down. And crankshaft bearing caps, awesome. There we go. Alright, bring it back down. So now we want to put in our pistons, Avecla rods of Con. It's the best way to have your pistons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Conway Twitty. It's like a Conrod, but sings more rubbish old country music. Hello, darling. Nice to see you. Engine head, I4 socks. It's been a long time. Yes, Conway Twitty. Mississippi woman. Is it Louisiana woman, Mississippi man? That's probably it, isn't it? Camshaft I4 sock. Cam gear I4 sock. And oh, for fuck's sake, we should stop pressing the extra escape button. And camshaft caps, yeah. Camshaft. No, not that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's only $35 a day. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons now. Doing all the wrong things. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 doodly do. Alright, at least I bought the right amount of these. Alright, engine head cover. Good, we've got one of them. Let's magic in an oil plug when we finish screwing these in. Look. Very good. So an exhaust manifold I4 in the socks. Exhaust manifold I4 and socks. Okay, Okay, spark plugs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ignition, blah blah blah. Some wires almost certainly. Cool. Brake servo. No. What about? No. So brakes need a servo and a pump. And a module. Screwy, bolt, bolty, screw, fuel, oh, we got one of them, bought one of them, awesome, intake manifold, no, that's an i4 MPI, intake manifold, have to buy many of these, intake manifolds, i4 DR, it's not. That's $265 well spent. Awesome. Dear. At least the money isn't really an object anymore. Although I have run out of it briefly one time, and you get that £2 loan that you can't pay back. You can only have once ever in the game. Fucking design mess, it really is. Some aspects of this game have not been designed with playing in mind. Right, there we go. So we need some stuff to do with it up in the air. The top of the engine's pretty much all fixed. So we need an oil pan. Awesome, got one of them. We need an oil filter. i4 jobbles. Nice. And good, glad that went how I wanted it to. T for gearbox, flywheel, and then clutch plate, yes. Oh, no pressure plate though. Pressure plate and the boltings. Release bearing, and yes, got the gearbox lump, that's good. Super duper, oh, we've got a drive shaft, have we? Oh. Yes, got a drive shaft. $650 saved. You know, less the things I've bought accidentally, of which there are several. Right, so what else do we need? Is it just the brakes? It seems unlikely, doesn't it? There's a starter motor for a start. Accessible from engine bay. Oh, I have to go down for that, so to speak. Right, what's that? Oh, starter motor I can see. So we need brake discs ventilated. So how many calipers do we need? 2 more calipers. If I'm not even going to bother putting that rim on. So we're going to keep this car, so we don't want shitty normal rims, do we? Shitty normal rims. Nobody wants that crap. Shitty normal rims. Not for me and you. Right, brake disc. So, 2 of those. Oh, I needed 2 calipers as well, didn't I? Calipapa. There we go. Okay, so is it just the wheels? No, there's all sorts of fucking timing gear not being put on the engine yet as well. So all the stuff underneath is done though, so let's bring it down. Put on our timing majiggers. So timing belt, i4 sock, and a belt tensioner. Timing belt, i4 sock. Crankshaft pulley i4 and an idler roller. Crankshaft pulley i4. Serpentine belt, I4 socks. Alright, that's looking good. So it's just 3 wheels. 3 wheels and a starter motor. Is there another wheel missing? Yeah, there we go. Oh dear. 3 wheels and a starter motor. So, starter motor. There we go. Lovely. Lovely jubbles. Right, so this is a Kieran. So let's look at what's available for funs and frolics with Kieran. Kieran. So we could buy a fancy bumper. Oh, let's go for B. Head A. Let's go for B's. I like the A taillights though. B bumper. B headlight. A taillight. Alright, so take off those and replace with fancy natty ones. Got a scoop. Silly looking headlights. Daft bumper. There we go. Okay, so now we need a trunk, rear right door, rear right door, trunk. I think we need a front left door. So front left fender, and then we go to the wheel shop, tuner shop in fact, look at rims. Rim Retro 10 paint, that sounds very exciting. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's just sell those to make it easier. Okay. Woo! Looking good. Well, you know, looking slightly different to normal. That's kind of good. This is in this game. You can either have things look exactly the same or slightly different. Slightly different every time. I like the big hole on the back where it looks like a registration number might be. It looks like a gaping maw in the rear of the vehicle. Oh. Alright, so I think that is finished. Those front headlights are horrible, aren't they? So let's paint it. Let's paint it a horrible pinky purple colour. I say horrible, I love purple. So, yeah, whatever. Alright. How about that sort of crappy pink colour? Yep. Oh, those headlights look awful. Really, really do. Okay, well, it's sort of fuchsia-y pink colour. But mainly, job is done. You're going to get to see it in situ, look. I'm not going to actually go in there, it takes so goddamn long. But there we go, Salem Kieran, add to the list. Something we don't need to buy in future. And then we've only got 1.5 garages to fill. Think about it. It's only taken 130, well, 140 episodes, whatever it is, to get this far. How long will it take to fill parking C and D up? Answers on a postcard to Flemina at Flemina. Thank you very much. So anyway, come back next time. I've just noticed my drawers are the wrong way around. They've been like that the whole time. You open the drawer and all your crap falls on the floor. Awesome. Anyway, good. Yeah, yellow and black reflections, etc. And I'll see you soon. Well, I won't see... Oh, I've done that before.